Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Politics, reaching you live from our global headquarters here in the nation's commercial nerve center, Lagos. I'm Jeffrey Uzama. Here are the big stories we're tracking for you in the polity. Discharged and acquitted. That's the verdict from the Court of Appeal to former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Walter Onohen, acquitting him from his conviction of false asset declaration by the Code of Conduct Tribunal. Welcome to the program, and of course, we call it the midway gateway into the polity at midday, where we track what has been happening in the morning all the way to what's going on right now. And we can first race down to the nation's capital to track down and update you on the latest verdict coming in from the Court of Appeal Abuja, discharging and acquitting the former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onohen, from his conviction of false asset declaration by the Code of Conduct Tribunal. The conviction of Onohen was thrown out by the appellate court following the resolution of the issues that led to his trial and conviction. Delivering judgment, the presiding justice, Justice Abia Mohammed, adopted the terms of settlement between the federal government and Mr. Onohen. He also ordered that the 4 bank accounts of the former CJN be forfeited, be returned to him. Shortly after the judgment, counsel to Justice Onohen and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Adegboyega Awomolo, thanks President Bola Tinubu and the Attorney General of the Federation for ensuring the resolution of the issues. And we can tell you some of the terms of that settlement, that the parties involved in the settlement, settled the Code of Conduct Tribunal lacked the jurisdiction to try and convict the former CJN without resorting to the National Judicial Council. Secondly, the tribunal lacked the jurisdiction to have tried and convicted the former CJN even after he had voluntarily tendered his retirement letter, which was accepted by the then president. Thirdly, the tribunal lacked the jurisdiction to entertain the matter without resorting to the NJC. And lastly, all parties shall take steps to give positive effect to the terms of settlement. So those were the 3 terms of settlement as far as the CJN and the Code of Conduct Tribunal is concerned. In the meantime, we're walking the phones with our State House correspondent who is monitoring activities at the Villa to possibly cross over and witness the swearing-in of 7 ministers designate. The President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Nanuga, has said the event will take place today. So you can see the ministers already seated. The Senate last week cleared the ministers following a screening in Abuja. President Bola Tinubu had appointed 48 of them as ministers in August last year, about 3 months after he was sworn in as president, but calls for a rejig of the cabinet reached new levels owing to the harsh economy. Just a little over a year after they were appointed, President Tinubu reshuffled his cabinet in what is expected to bolster his administration. So if we can get back to that visuals of the ministers already seated and waiting for their swearing in. That swearing in is supposed to take place any moment from now. So you can see Bianca Ojukwu, as well as Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, as well as the minister who will take charge of Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and other ministers. 7 of them in total will be sworn in any moment from now when the president makes it into the council chambers at the presidential villa. Away from that, the pitch of alternative ideas by the governorship candidates of the APC, Lucky Ayedatiwa and his PDP counterpart Agbola Ajayi, on their plans for Ondo citizens if elected November the 16th characterized Sunday's governorship debate in Akure, the Ondo state capital. Organized by Channels Television and our partners, Governor Ayedatiwa and Ms. Agbola shared their thoughts on what they will do concerning issues of security, the economy, agriculture, high unemployment, infrastructure deficit, revenue generation, among others.
Is one of the major mandates of our government. Because the primary mandate of any government is the security and the well-being of the people. And don't forget that we also bring up initiative that led to the creation of our homegrown security network called Amotekun. Because we believe that the conventional security outfit at the time could not, by themselves alone, handle the kind of security challenges we're facing in those states. And that led to the creation of Amotekun. And since then, we have been working tirelessly to ensure that our people are safe. But after the attack, we have to restructure. Went back to the drawing board to restructure our security architecture to ensure that such incident will never happen in Ondo State. And since then, we have never experienced such. So I want to tell you that as of today, Ondo State is being regarded as one of the safest and peaceful states in Nigeria.
What the governor said that today, Ondo State is regarded as the safest state in the country. It's quite unfortunate. The state where Oba has been killed, the state where Obas were kidnapped, the state where the late daughter of Pastor was killed. And as a matter of fact, the most embarrassing thing that the Olufon of Ifon was killed brutally by an unknown person. Up to this moment, no single person was arrested. Yes, he was. He's a governor from those states now. We do respect to him, but he was not part of those of us that actually established Amateku. I was the deputy governor. As a matter of fact, I was actually encouraged and lobbied the legislators before the law was the edit was passed into law, and we have a target, and we just have to strengthen it. My plan is once I'm governor, I'm going to strengthen the existing Amateku by creating a unit that will be called Forest Guard, where we'll be equipped with a modern gadget that if anything happens, within the next 3 minutes, it will be known to everywhere. And as a matter of fact, our farmers can go to farm and farm freely. Our Obas can travel. Everybody will be free. So as it is today, is bad, and we are going to strengthen the existing Amateku by creating a unit in that place. I was a former council chairman. I know the meaning of local government administration. When I was council chairman, I constructed roads worth 500 million as of 2006-07. So for them, if I'm council, if I'm governor of Ondo State, I am not going to encourage local government ministry in my government. It's criminal erosion of functions. They should allow local government to breathe and do their government on their own.
Since I came on board, we have not borrowed, and we don't have the need to borrow for now. Now, that is that. And don't forget also, since removal of subsidy, the state governments are earning more from the proceed that is being distributed through the allocation. For the minimum wage, it's a law, it's a negotiation between the federal government and the labor leaders and the private sector. And we just have to implement it. Even though the baseline was 70,000, but we can afford 73,000 for our workers. And that is what we have done. So, and if we are to continue in that, we need to grow our IGR. Before now, we don't even touch local government money. We only receive based on the constitutional provision of joint allocations account. We don't touch their money. The money comes in because they are subsidiary of the state. We receive on their behalf, and Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs send the money back to the various local government for their use.
Meanwhile, the governorship candidate of the Labour Party in this same election in Ondo State, Olushola Ebisheni, is promising to ensure indigenes of the state are able to get jobs and maximize their output in order to foster economic growth. Ms. Ebisheni, who was guest on our program, The Morning Brief, also says he will prioritize bringing quality education to the people of Ondo State.
Actually, is to ensure that we have a safe environment where our farmers can actually return to farm. And then, what we were doing in our government before this administration was for government to provide such implements that will lessen the burden of farmers. You have tractors, you have bulldozers, you clear the farm for them. We have to broaden the economic base of the state. There is no job in the civil service, to accommodate our teeming youth. So we have to look for a creative means to get our people employed. Around me to Lagos now on Sandy Shore takes just less than 30 minutes without a road, on motorbike, on the Lekki Peninsula to get to Lagos. And that's going to be our priority. to develop that road. Once you have that road, extend from Lagos into Ondo State, particularly now that the president is talking about Lagos Expressway, development will follow. We are going to ensure free, qualitative, and compulsory education at secondary school level up to when you leave secondary school, and highly subsidized university education with all the qualities of what a modern day person should be able to bring to the table for the purpose of being gainfully employed.
Let's shift attention away from Ondo politics to the local government elections that took place at the weekend. Cross River is where we start from, where the All Progressives Congress has emerged victorious in all the 18 local government areas. The chairmanship position were won, and 196 councillorship seats were also won in the just concluded poll. The results were announced at the State Independent Electoral Commission by the chairman of the commission, Dr. Ekong Boko. And immediately after the announcement, all the elected chairmen were presented with their own certificates of return.
To this effect, please, we want to inform all of us that 18 local government areas result has been released. And the APC party has won all the seats.
A similar scenario played out in Nasarawa State as the ruling APC won the 13 local government chairmanship positions. The chairman of the commission in the state, Mr. Ayuba Wandai, declared the result at the headquarters of the Electoral Commission in Lafia. It says out of the 147 councillorship seats, the APC won 140 wards, while the Social Democratic Party and the Zenith Labour Party took the spoil of 5 and 2 respectively.
The APC won all the 13 local government areas in the state, while for the councillorship, the APC won 140 councillorship seats. The ZLP Labour Party won 2 seats, and the SDP won 5 seats. I have observed local government elections in all the 36 states in the country, and what you have seen is what we have put together from all these observations that we have gone. Little by little, we take from everybody, and we also observe INEC elections, and that is what we have been able to put together.
And surprisingly, in Abia State, the ruling Labour Party was unable to win any of the 17 chairmanship posts in the local government elections, with the Zenith Labour Party winning 15 of the 17 seats, while the Young Progressive Party won 2 seats. The chairman of the Abia State Independent Electoral Commission, George Chima, made the declaration at the agency's commission's headquarters in Abia, the Abia State capital on Saturday. And just hours ago, Governor Alex Otti swore in the newly elected chairman.
Attorney General and Commission.
The successful conduct of the GA election gives me great sense of fulfillment, because now we have elected officials who will drive the grassroots development of the state. You were elected on a set of definite promises, and there can be no excuse for such bad performance. You will be 100% responsible for the development outputs in your different local governments going forward. The prudent thing to do is to guard your loins for the tough task ahead. Recall that I had mentioned that nobody succeeds in leadership by accident. Many of you must have had one leadership experience or the other before now, but I can assure you that this is an entirely different kettle of fish.
What we're going to do differently is simple. His Excellency came to change the order. The lawlessness in the state before now, everybody sees that things are moving well. So we're going to replicate this in our various local government, ensuring that the new Abia that everybody sees is also seen in our various local governments, where things are done the right way, where due process is ensured in everything we do. And of course, we're going to take it further, because he's a man of excellence, a man of competence. He has carefully ensured that we are given this responsibility, so we're not going to fail him.
Well, Well, Abia is where we'll be having a conversation from. Local government elections took place in Cross River, Nasarawa, and Abia State. Labour Party is the ruling party where the governor belongs. For whatever reason, the Labour Party could not secure any of the chairmanship seats, which is the structure of any political party. And now the Zenith Labour Party has actually won, or Zenith Labour Party has won 15 of the 17 local government. YPP has taken 2. So what exactly played out here? We're being joined in the program by the chairman of Zenith Labour Party in Abia State, Mr. Prince Onukwe. Mr. Onukwe, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you so much. I appreciate. I'm Honorable Prince Onukwe, State Chairman of Zenith Labour Party Abia State.
All right.
What happened?
Just hold on, just a minute, just a minute, so I can throw in my question. I know you're excited. Apparently, this is great news for the Zenith Labour Party. But let's just unpack it the time we have. So, what really played out? Because nobody saw this coming. In fact, we had a conversation with the governor's special advisor on media and publicity. It feels like this was a special purpose vehicle for the Labour Party, given the internal crisis they are dealing with. Is that what it is for you?
Come again, you say?
I was saying that everybody is surprised that Labour Party could not win any seat. It was Zenith Labour Party that won 15 of the 17. YPP took 2. This looks like the governor's special purpose vehicle to hold the structure at the local government level using the ZLP. Is that what it is?
Yes, in politics, it's a game of number. The politics I know is a game of number. As soon as the major stakeholders in Labour Party cross over to Zenith Labour Party and join us with our own structure, that is a sign of winning. Just like in 2023, when PDP was a ruling party, major stakeholders in PDP cross over to Labour Party. That gives them victory because politics is a game of number. So as soon as they cross over, and I know everything that happens is the will of God. So that is where it starts. But politics is a real game of number. So and they work hard.
My apologies. I thought you had landed on your thought, but just to inform our audience that the president has arrived at the villa where the swearing-in of the 7 ministers designate, because they've been confirmed by the Senate. They are now ministers designate. They'll be sworn in any moment from now, as the president just arrived at the villa, the council chambers, rather, for that swearing-in. But let's go back to Mr. Onukwe. Mr. Onukwe, if the governor is using the ZLP as a special purpose vehicle, just like Governor Fubara used APP, what is the deal that he had with you guys?
Well, from my observation, the governor just wants the interest of Abians. You know, when there is crisis in the Labour Party, because of the governor has interest of Abians, he doesn't want to focus on that. I think that was why some people who believe on governor have to come over to the Labour Party. For the governor to have time to pilot the good work he's doing in Abia. You know, he's working a good work in Abia. So he doesn't want anything to distract because he has interest of Abia first. So I think that is the main deal from observation, that governor, the people who are in the Labour Party, they don't want anything distraction or that can make governor from the good job he's doing from Abia. That's the major thing, I think, from my observation. They have so that governor can continue his good job from Abia. All right.
Mr. Onukwe, I'm not asking you for your observation. You're the chairman of the Zenith Labour Party. For those gentlemen to defect from the Labour Party and come to your party about 1 or 2 months ago so that they can run on your platform while their crisis is still on, there must be a deal between your party and the governor. So what is the deal? I'm not talking about observation. You have a seat on this table.
The truth of the matter is, I don't think there is any deal. The people from Labour Party crossed over to my party. They came and I received them. And then in politics, people can defect. If they feel like where they are, their interests are not protected, they can defect, come to another party. So there is no any deal. That's why that they cross over to Labour Party. to contest election because they feel like, as of the moment, that is party that will give them comfortable, relaxed mind to take time and do their campaign as they do, and they won the election they did. So that is why they crossed over. We don't have any other special deal. And whatever all of us has in mind is the interest of Abia to make Abia to develop like as our good governor is already working in Abia. I think that is what any Abians who has a future plan or who has an interest of Abia will work towards that. And that was only the interest we have with them. So we don't have any other deal.
All right, Ms. Anukwe, that means you're not worried that this may be success, this success of for yours or for your party may just be a flash in the pan. Tomorrow the governor can tell his people, oh yeah, come back to Labour Party. Are you not worried?
Well, that's why you're talking tomorrow. I don't know about that tomorrow. It's only God that knows tomorrow. So the one I'm talking is the one I know. God is the only one that knows what will happen today, even the end of today and the tomorrow. Me and you, I don't think we know what will happen tomorrow. So that left for God.
All right, so a few more questions. How free and fair was this election? Because at the state level, independent electoral commissions in the state, the commentaries are quite unfortunate because it's almost a ridicule in terms of what an election should be. In fact, the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, had said, these were his words, the governor should stop coronation and stop conducting election, which is why people are calling for INEC sometimes to come and conduct state elections, but that will be an adjustment or an amendment of Section 197 of the Constitution that empowers the state to do so. So how free and fair was it? Because sweeping polls, governors just, I don't know. How free and fair was it?
Well, I will say I thank the governor for giving the APSEC of Abia State Chairman free hand without interfering on the election. In the history of Abia State local government election, this is the first election you see about 12 political parties contest. In the history of Abia State local government election, this is the first election you see about other political parties won local government election, not 1, 2. Even if you check in the history of Nigeria, you may see it is difficult in a local government election. You see other political parties won up to 2 local government, not councillors. So without being told, you will see that the difference is really clear, that the election was free and fair, that APSEC at their state, the governor gave them totally free hand to run the election, even to the level of a party that is not a ruling party also get some positions in the local government. So I must appreciate.
Well, I won't debate to you about the free and fairness, but that is up to you. But it's clear that the governor did not want Labour Party, or he did not want the Wahala in Labour Party, the way we say it in Nigeria, Wahala, trouble. So he decided to use Zenith Labour Party. Whether it's free and fair is another kettle of fish, which is why I was asking you at the end of the day. But what is in it for the Zenith Labour Party in this particular exercise going forward? What's the plan at the grassroots level? Because that's where the people are interested.
Sorry, one thing I want to correct there on what you said. Governor, I don't think that is governor that used those people that came to Zenith Labour Party and contest. Those are the Labour people who want to contest election. They feel like the conducive environment is not good to them, or they decide on their own and come over to Zenith Labour Party to come and contest.
All right, Ms. Anukwe.
So I just want to make that impression.
No, Ms. Anukwe,
wait, let me come down. I just want to put you clear there. It's not governor that sent them to come. They just come on their own. They are candidates.
So are you saying, Ms. Anukwe, are you saying they don't? Look, remember, I've just spoken to the special advisor to the governor before I spoke to you, so I know what I'm saying. They did not have the blessing of the governor. Is that what you're saying?
From my observation, when they came, when I interviewed them, they did not say that anybody sent them. Because I'm the state chairman, and when they came, I interviewed them. They said that they on their own willingly come over to my party to come and contest, but they know that they have the charisma to win election, and they campaign all over.
And you believe that they don't you believe they don't have the governor's blessing? Just a straight question.
I am telling you from my observation, they campaign here. They did not have any governor's blessing.
Well, the most important thing is that the election have come and gone. You've been saying you observe, but you're the man on the seat. You have a seat on the table. So observation, I don't know whether it cuts it. I want you to speak for a fact. But we thank you so much, Mr. Prince Onukwe, the ZLP. So there's a Labour Party in between, so maybe there's a cousin relationship here. Zenith Labour Party chairman in Abia State. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on the program.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Glory to God Almighty.
Absolutely. Okay, before we wrap up, let's tell you that the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has revealed that the current political crisis rocking the state is for the sole control of the state's resources. Governor Fubara stated this while addressing a congregation at a Thanksgiving service in Mbodo, Alu, near Port Harcourt on Sunday.
There is a reason for all this crisis, and that reason is the control of the resources of Rivers State. Rivers State resources belong to you, and we will make sure that that resources is applied judiciously for the betterment of Rivers State. What you owe us is just one thing: continue to pray for us. Let us not lose focus, because we know the devil is always at work to derail people in governance. Continue to pray for us, so that we hold what is most important, the interests of the people there. And I believe with your prayers, we will not lose focus. The purpose of governance will be achieved in our state.
Never intriguing battle of River State politics. But that's where we wrap it up. But before we go, let's tell you that the minister designates 7 of them. The event is ongoing where they will be sworn in, but the Federal Executive Council meeting will not be taking place today. From what we understand, it should be taking place on Wednesday. That's it on the program. Thank you so much for your time. And of course, your usual company as always. I'm Jeffrey Uzama. You've been served on Lunchtime Politics. Bye-bye.